Have you ever wondered about the true meaning behind the smoke prayer? That iconic Native American ritual? It's a practice that's often seen, but rarely understood in its full depth. We see the bundles of sage, the feathers, the rising columns of smoke, and we think of cleansing or purification. But it's so much more than that. It's a conversation, a bridge between the earth and the sky, between the human and the divine. The traditional practice of smudging wasn't just about clearing the air in a room. For many tribes, it was a sacred form of communication. They burned sage not just to cleanse what was around them, but to speak through it. Imagine every curl of that fragrant smoke as a word, a thought, a prayer, carefully crafted and sent on its journey. Each wisp carried intentions, hopes, and messages of gratitude, ascending to the Great Spirit, to the ancestors, to the vast, listening expanse of the sky. The specific scent of the burning herbs wasn't just pleasant, it was a signal, a specific frequency on which the spiritual communication was broadcast. In this worldview, the smoke itself is a sacred messenger. When a person smudges themselves, they're not just waving smoke around, they are bathing themselves in prayer, allowing their intentions to be carried from their heart, through the medium of the smoke, and out into the universe. When they smudged a space, they were filling it with these sacred messages, transforming it into a place of reverence and connection. It was a deeply personal and powerful act, a tangible way to make one's inner world manifest in the outer world. But what if this ancient spiritual practice also held a secret, a scientific truth that its practitioners knew intuitively, long before labs and microscopes could prove it? This is where the story takes a fascinating turn, where ancient faith meets modern chemistry. While tribes believed the smoke carried their thoughts to the heavens, we now know it was also purifying what couldn't be seen right here on Earth. The primary herb used in many smudging ceremonies is white sage, a plant with remarkable properties. Scientists have discovered that sage contains a powerful compound called thujone. When burned, this compound is released into the air. And here is the astonishing part. Studies have shown that the medicinal smoke from burning sage can reduce the amount of airborne bacteria by up to 94%. Let that sink in. A 94% reduction. The effects were found to last for over 24 hours in some cases, effectively sterilizing the air in a room. So, when ancient healers would wave smoldering sage over a person who was sick, or over a wound, they weren't just performing a symbolic ritual. They were engaging in a highly effective form of disinfection. They were using a natural, plant-based antiseptic, applied with ritual precision. This wasn't just a belief, it was a practical, observable form of ancient medicine. The smoke that carried their prayers to the spirit world was also actively fighting off the invisible threats in the physical world. Faith and science weren't two separate things, they were intertwined, two sides of the same coin. The spiritual act of cleansing the soul was simultaneously, and literally, cleansing the air of harmful pathogens. It's a profound example of how spiritual wisdom can often contain deep, empirical knowledge. But the science doesn't stop with microbiology. There's another layer, one that connects the physical act of smudging to our own minds, to our very neurology. It has to do with our most primal sense, the sense of smell. Have you ever caught a scent that instantly transported you back to a childhood memory, or made you feel a sudden, unexplained emotion? That's because our sense of smell has a direct hotline to the emotional and memory centers of our brain. Unlike our other senses, which are routed through a kind of central processing station called the thalamus, smells go directly to the amygdala and the hippocampus. The amygdala is the brain's fear and emotional response center, while the hippocampus is crucial for learning and memory. This direct connection is why scent is so powerfully linked to our feelings and memories. When you inhale the distinct, earthy aroma of burning sage, something remarkable happens neurologically. The scent molecules travel directly to the amygdala. This can have the effect of interrupting the brain's fear response. It can quiet the mental chatter, reduce anxiety, and pull you firmly into the present moment. It's a neurological reset button. What began as a prayer, a spiritual act of communication, also functions as a form of neurological cleansing. The ritual helps to shift your brain state, turning feelings of fear or distraction into a state of calm focus. So, the sense of peace and clarity that people report after a smudging ceremony isn't just a placebo effect. It's a real, biological response triggered by the powerful interplay between scent, memory, and emotion. The ritual calms the spirit and the nervous system. So let's bring all these threads together. We have a sacred ritual, steeped in thousands of years of tradition. On one level, it's a profound spiritual practice, a way to send prayers and intentions into the universe, connecting the individual with the divine. On another level, it's a powerful form of ancient medicine, a scientifically backed method for purifying the air of harmful bacteria, using the natural chemistry of plants. And on a third level, it's a sophisticated psychological tool, a neurological shortcut that uses the power of scent to calm the mind, reduce anxiety, and enhance focus. The smoke prayer is a perfect synthesis of spirit, science, and psychology. It's a testament to the deep wisdom of indigenous cultures, who understood the interconnectedness of all things, the link between the spiritual and the physical, the mind and the body, the plant world and the human world. They didn't need laboratories to tell them that burning sage was beneficial. They knew it through generations of observation, intuition, and deep listening to the world around them. It shows us that what we might dismiss as simple belief or superstition often contains layers of profound biological and psychological truth. It reminds us that ancient wisdom and modern science are not opposing forces, but rather different languages telling the same fundamental story about how the world works and how we can live in greater harmony within it. The smoke prayer isn't just about cleansing air. It's about aligning our entire being, spirit, mind, and body with the world around us. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the heart of an ancient tradition. If you found this exploration as fascinating as we did, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to CultureZap, where we explore the incredible places where belief and biology breathe the same air. We'll see you in the next one.